This training video will instruct you on the use of the email security feature of our Greenmark IT hosted Exchange service. As incoming emails are processed by the Exchange server, they are inspected for words, phrases, and elements that are common to junk mail. If email security determines that a message has scored high enough to be classified as junk mail, it will be sent to the user quarantine. Spam detection software isn't perfect. Sometimes it misses emails that should be marked as spam, and sometimes it filters out messages that you want to receive. Our hosted Exchange clients have the ability to log into the user quarantine to look at the junk email that has been sent there. While viewing the user quarantine, you will be able to view the junk email that has been collected over the past 31 days. If you have a message that should not be marked as junk mail, you can choose to allow it through one time or always allow it through. In addition, you have control over your own sender whitelists and blacklists and how often you receive junk email reports. So let's take a look at my screen. At 4:24 a.m. this morning, I received an email from reports@serverdata.net, which is the email quarantine report for eric@greenmarkit.com. I'm going to double click on this message so that it appears on full screen. And the quarantine report says that I have currently 11 quarantined emails. It also shows that I'll have these emails automatically deleted in 31 days if I don't take care of them. In other words, if I have an email here that I need to receive into my inbox, I need to take care of that within 31 days. So let's take a look at the different emails that I've received. I've got an email from partner@net2phone.com, and the subject line is earn up to 4 times when you put your eggs in Net2Phone's basket. That sounds like an advertisement, but just to be sure, I'm going to click on the View button to view that message in full screen. That opens up my web browser, and it's going to display that message on my screen. I'm going to scroll down so I can read it. And the bigger the deals, the bigger the spiffs for the month of April, blah, blah, blah. That is definitely a spam email. So for now, I'm going to click on Delete, and that email is going to be removed out of my user quarantine, and I won't see that email again. Going back to the email report, I'm going to continue scrolling down and take a look at the rest of the emails that I've received. Here's a Datto.com email. Join me tomorrow for the Market Now training. That's obviously a marketing email. Team Autotask@email.autotask.com. Take your business to the next level. Again, it's marketing. Cloud@ingrammicro.com. Marketing. All of these are marketing, but down here at the bottom, I've got some reports from some Meraki equipment that I have out there in the field that I should receive on a daily basis. I'm going to take a look at that just to make sure that that is exactly what I'm looking at. Again, that opens up full screen in my browser when I click on the View button. And I'm going to take a look at this, and although it doesn't show it to me in HTML, I can infer from the data that's here that this is a report that I need to receive. So I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm going to choose whether to hit allow, which will allow this one email through, or always allow, which will allow all of the emails through whenever they come in. Normally you would probably want to choose always allow if you always want that sender to be able to send to you. But for now, I'm just going to hit allow because later on I want to show you how to save Meraki.com into the whitelist so that you always receive their emails. I'm going to click on allow. And now that email has been allowed. Also, it has been released to my inbox. So now if I were to go and take a look at my inbox, I've now received that email and I can take a look at it in my inbox. There you go. Okay. Let's go back to that email again, to the quarantine report. Let's say that you've received an email from a customer or from a domain that you always want to make sure that you receive, and that should never go into the user quarantine. For this example, I'm going to use these Meraki.com emails. I always want to receive emails from Meraki.com, even if it is a marketing email. So let's click on Manage Quarantine Email. That's going to open up my user quarantine in my web browser. And notice that it knows who I am. It opened up and logged me in automatically as Eric at greenmarkit.com. And I didn't have to hit any login screen and type in any username and password. It just knew who I was and allowed me into my user quarantine. If we think about that for a moment, if we were to forward this message to someone else, then that someone else would have control over your user quarantine. So I would recommend that you do not forward this message to anyone at any time, unless it's your technical support department and you are asking for assistance. Going back to the email report, I have 224 quarantined emails. Remember that this quarantine stores the last 31 days worth of emails, so 244 is the number of emails that it has filtered out over the past 31 days. I can look through these emails, and just like in the user quarantine that just showed me today's emails, I can scroll to the bottom and click on Load More Emails, and I can see emails all the way back 31 days ago. And just keep clicking on Load More Emails, and there they are. If there's any emails here that I want to take a look at, I can view them right here in my web browser in line by clicking on View. I can choose to always allow them here if I always want to receive emails from doubleradius.com. I can click on Block to make sure that these emails are always blocked, even if they may not have spam content. That would be blocking doubleradius.com from sending any email to me. Or I can just simply delete it out of the quarantine. It's not really necessary to delete it out of the quarantine because it will get automatically deleted in 31 days. I'm going to go scroll back up to the top, and we're going to now take a look at the Safe and Blocked Senders tab. On this tab, my personal sender list has some domains that I always want to make sure can send email through to me. So I have Carol's Auto Sales, CentralRoosticChamber.com, eBay, Capital One, OpenDNS.com, and over here I've got some emails that I always want blocked. I always want emails from Servosity.com to be blocked, and I always want emails from WorthAvenueGroup.biz to be blocked. If I scroll down a little bit further, I can put custom domains in here that I always want to make sure make it through to my inbox. So if we go back to the Meraki.com example, I can click on the Add Safe Sender field, and I can type in *@Meraki.com and click on Add. That adds Meraki.com to the list of safe senders. So from now on, no matter what Meraki sends me, even if it scores high on the spam scale, it will make it through to my inbox no matter what. If I have a fairly large safe senders list, and you can tell but I have 13 pages of safe senders that I've set up here in my email security, I might want to check and search to see if there's a sender in here. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to search for Meraki.com just to make sure that they are in my list of safe senders. There they are. So I've authorized all email addresses. That's what the star is for, the asterisk is for. All senders at Meraki.com can send me email. Previously, it looked like I had authorized promos at Meraki.com to send me email. But when reports at Meraki.com were trying to send me email, they got blocked. So it's probably best that I have everybody at all email addresses at Meraki.com enabled. Promos at Meraki.com doesn't need to be there, and it's already covered by the asterisk symbol, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Okay. If we scroll down to the bottom, you're going to say your company's sender list. It's possible that Greenmark IT technicians have set up your domain and have specified certain domains that should always make through to everybody in the company. If Greenmark has done that for you, those domains would appear down here. Lastly, you're also in full control of when you receive email spam reports. If we go back to my email inbox, I find it nice that this email comes in every morning and I make a point to not delete it. And that way, no matter what, I can always go back to this morning's email, scroll to the bottom, click on Manage Quarantine Email, and if there's been any emails come in from since 4/24 this morning, I will see those new emails. There's also, however, back in the quarantine area, there's also a way that you can get those report emails more often. If I click on the settings button, you can scroll down here and you'll see that we can schedule these reports to come out on certain days. By default, you're going to receive a report every day. But if you don't necessarily want to receive a report on Sunday, you can click on the Sunday and it will turn that yes into a no. That means that you will not receive that report on Sunday, but on Monday you will receive a report that shows all the emails that were blocked on Sunday and on Monday. I'm going to turn that back on because I do want to receive reports on Sunday. You can set the interval between reports. By default, it's set to every 24 hours. But you can also set it to every 12 hours, every 8 hours, every 4 hours, 2 hours, and at the top of every hour, you can even have email reports sent to you 24 times a day. That seems a little excessive. I could see every 4 hours possibly, and for my needs, 24 hours works perfectly fine, and that's the default, but you can choose whatever you prefer. You can also say, set a time frame to receive email notifications. So if you're going to choose, let's say, every hour, you can tell the email security that you just want to receive emails between the hours of 7 a.m. and at the end of the day, 5 p.m. is 1700 hours in military time. So now we're going to get emails, reports every hour between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. on a daily basis. That way, when I'm at work, I can be very sure that I'm getting the emails that I'm expecting, but after the end of the day, I won't get those reports until 7 a.m. the next day. Like I said, I'm going to keep mine at every 24 hours, and I'm not going to set a time frame to receive email notifications. I'm pretty used to getting that email at 4 a.m. in the morning, and I look at it every day to make sure that I've received all the email that I'm expecting. So that's everything I have to show you about Greenmark email security for our hosted Exchange service. I hope this information has been useful to you and that you're going to be able to utilize your user quarantine area to its full capability. As always, if you have any questions or concerns or something just isn't working right for you, you can always send us an email at support@greenmarkit.com, which will automatically open a ticket, and one of our technicians will contact you and help you resolve your issue. Thanks for watching this video.